Hi, Sheeple. Welcome back to part 3 of Map of the Scrybe. Um, don't mind if I go a little bit slow today. I'm very tired because of school, finals week, and all that. Um, but I will get through this as much as I can, as fast as I can, and without rambling as much as I can. So let's jump straight into it instantly. Okay, boss battles and rules. Basically, we're just going to be looking at how rules of battles work, basically. It's a pretty short section overall. It's just very lengthy in words. I mean, it's a rule book. Makes sense. Okay, a battle. Battles are pretty simple. Battles can happen for 3 different reasons. You and another opponent want to fight each other. So like a player versus player want to fight each other. A subordinate. You want to fight a subordinate. Or even a subordinate wants to fight you, but those are technically one and the same. Or you can play with the DM. The DM is a little bit more prominent because when you are playing with the DM, you can't forfeit the game. When you're playing player versus player, you're technically by definition allowed to just leave the game whenever you want and give up. But anything you use during that game, like items or certain like power-ups that you used power-ups, it sounds like a Mario term. Certain things you might have done during the game won't be given back to you. So, if you were to have an event happen where it would kill a card permanently, then you wouldn't have the card anymore. And even just because you have forfeited doesn't mean that you're going to get it back. Pretty simple. Whenever you do give up, no foils are given because there's no overkill damage. You didn't win. Nor did you lose, technically, but I would consider you lose. When you're battling, you must have 20 cards in your deck. If you watched the last video, or even the video before that, actually, I think you would already know this. You have to have 20 cards in your deck to start a battle in the first place. You can't have any less. You can have more, you can't have less. And 3 foils if starvation is active. If you saw my last video, you know what starvation is. It's basically just where everything's more expensive. Okay, next thing, very big thing, boss battles. Boss battles are different. Once you enter a boss battle, you can't leave at all. You have to either die or win. There is no going back. After, how you enter a boss battle is you talk to the Scrybe after defeating the 3 subordinates. Pretty simple. Note that not all boss battles are with Scrybes. They can also be with alters, which are a different character entirely. And that's pretty much it. This, as I said, this section's pretty short. It's not that long. Soft lock. Soft lock is a safety precaution because it's a multiplayer game and you're allowed to build your deck like in Act 2 of Inscription. Soft lock occurs when all the slots on the board are filled out and they can't do anything. So unlike Act 2 of Inscription, there's no hammer item. You can't just break any card you want whenever you want. You can't just do that. You have to play the cards, kill the cards, put cards down, and have strategy with where you're going to put it. If this does happen, a soft lock, 2 players can consider it a draw, and the same thing as forfeiting. No one wins, no one loses, but anything you did use is gone now. So best not do that. No foils can be made as well. And if no draw is wanted, basically meaning like both the players just want to play on, if they fully drawn their deck, one turn after another, one card from the slot of the cards will be deleted from the deck entirely. So let's say you have like all 0 attack cards that you don't want anymore. You just have them lined up, slot 1, slot 4, and you want them to get rid of your deck and like get out of your deck entirely. You can technically just not consider a draw with your opponent and then kill off your cards one by one where you don't have to have them anymore. Which is not really a strategy I suggest because you can just get out of a soft lock or that person just might want to leave a soft lock. But usually if it's like if someone wants to leave and someone doesn't want to leave, it's just up to the DM, which usually is just listen to the person that wants to leave because soft locks are not fun. Battles, I guess I should also explain the board, since people that are not from Inscription probably don't even know what the board looks like that I'm going off of. So the board is... Oh, I guess I can get into another part of this video now, actually. This is my set of Map of the Scrybe that I use at my school, that I can play with my buddies. There's a, cards, quote-unquote. We use little note cards that I cut in half, or split in half. And it's actually not that bad for, like, just a small card game. And honestly, if this were to be my only thing, or never play this game again, I would use this. So this is our scale. These are technically actually Jenga pieces that I Gorilla Glued together, with the little center one as the center, 5 on each side. Eventually I want to get, like, more professional looking ones with, like, maybe magnets in it, because that just sounds cool. But other than that, they work. You have dice, because you need dice. And if you watch my last video, you would know. These are the boards I use. These are just pieces of flat wood that I have from my backyard, actually. And there's no visible marks on them, sadly. I would put, like, 4 little boxes on where you can put cards, but I can't because I'm not talented. But other than that, yes, there's only 4 cards per board. And you and your opponent... Almost dropped my case. You and your opponent have a board where you can play cards. So you, like, line them up like that, and then you can play cards. Pretty simple overall. But I guess now that you understand the boards, let's understand turn order, actually. That's probably a lot more easy. There's no limit nor max on what you have to play. You could technically, theoretically, have all the cards in your hand and just refuse to play any of them. I could sit here, oh, look at that, I have a good card. I don't want to play it right now, and then just not play it. But then again, you can also put all your cards on the board at that moment if you were to be able to. And that would totally be fine. Now, there's balancing issues in this game. There's a lot of balancing issues in this game, which is why we actually have a DM, someone who is organizing the game. If something goes too fast and someone just gets really lucky with their cards, or it's like has a really, really good strategy, the DM can come in and say, hey, you guys can play another round, or you guys can, like, make an agreement to play another round. Something could happen where this could maybe be a little bit more fair. Maybe you take out a few cards, maybe you change your deck style, maybe you do this. And they don't have to. They technically can just go, no, screw off, and that's totally fine. It's their choice. It's exactly what they made their deck to be, and if they want their deck to be super overpowered and keep winning instantly, that's their choice. Then again, that's also where starvation comes in. Starvation is kind of like a lock to that, because if you keep on winning over and over again with a ton of overkill damage, then, well, things are going to starve. You're going to start losing value of foils. Foils are just going to become meaningless. And eventually, starvation is going to set in, and it's not going to be fun. Plus, you're also going to have a lot more random encounters, which I do not have time to talk about today, sadly. I might have time later, though. So I will talk about that actually next episode, most likely. Map encounters and certain things that can happen on the map. Other than that, though, I'll show you most of the cards, not all, most of the cards that I have, which is nearly every card. Not really, because I have a few new ones that I made recently. That's how thick it is. These are all pretty thin, too. These are all individual cards. Some of them are actually copies, because to make them playable, you have to have cards to be given to you after you play it. Like Warren, for example, which is from Inscription, where if you play it, you get a rabbit in your hand instantly. So you need extra cards for stuff like that. And if you want an actual size comparison, I'll actually pull out another set. These are actually the ones we're playing with right now, which we actually haven't played this, my campaign in a while, which is kind of sad, but honestly, we've all been busy with school and finals and stuff like that, so totally understandable, guys. If you are somehow watching this, which I'm assuming you're not. This is actually about how thick it is. Then again, there actually is like another 100-ish cards that's not in this. So, judging by my calculations here, I'd say this is about 200-something cards. I made all of these. Handmade. Like, I cut all of them individually. I drew all of them individually. And they don't have art on them, yes. But even without art on them, here's Sapphire Mox, actually. Even without art on them, and just little sigils, they took me so long to do. Because I had to double check them with, like, my actual game. Okay. That should be it. I feel like I'm missing something, though. What am I missing? Right. I remember now. Hold on. I'll be right back. Merry Christmas. This is not going to be my last video before Christmas. I'm saving that till Friday. Friday is going to be my last video for Christmas. Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a happy holidays. I hope you have spent some time with your family. Get good presents if you've been good this year, which I'm hoping you have. And if you're an adult, how'd you find this channel? Are you Epstein? It doesn't matter. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. This is going to be the end of the video. Other than that, please like, please subscribe. Since you reached the end of the video, you might as well. I'm going to make more content like this in the future, and I'm going to make some different content. Who knows? That's going to be all. Goodbye, my sheeps. Feliz Navidad.